Hey y'all, big announcement before we get started with this. Best Albums of 2022 is premiering on Sunday. Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, hop in for the premiere of the Best Albums of 2022, and also there are 2 Patreon exclusive lists currently up now. The top 12 albums of 2022, and the top 10 cuts from the Best of 2022 list. Those videos are Patreon exclusive. You can only see those if you hit up the Patreon. $1 or more to get early access, name in the credits, all that fun stuff. I'm done with the ad, I promise. Hop in for the premiere on Sunday. We'll have fun. But anyway, heyo people, I'm Crash Thompson, and welcome to this review of the latest from Maneskin, Rush. I already got problems with the name. Maneskin, an Italian rock band that have been at it for a few years now, but got a lot of hype recently due to 2 big occurrences in their career. A, them winning Eurovision, and B, the unwinding chaos that is TikTok. I'm begging. And man, their big breakout song, Beggin', it is a track that, people got thoughts on. It is absolutely one of those songs you either love it or you hate it, can't stand it, absolute one of the worst dogs of the year. I don't hate Beggin', honestly. I'm not in love with the track or anything, but I don't seem to have the same violent negative reaction that other folks seem to have to that track. To me, it's just dumb fun. Like a lot of the stuff that kind of comes out of Eurovision. Yes, plenty of actually legitimate acts have come out of Eurovision, but like y'all... she's a master! My compliments! Come on, this is the good side of Eurovision goofy. So when I heard they were going to be dropping an album in 2023... I wanted to give it a fair chance. I honestly did. I figured if I walked into it with the right mindset, it could be dumb fun. I walked in with low expectations, and, I can't really say they even met those, necessarily. So here's the thing about this record. I feel like a lot of folks probably thought this was going to be a train wreck, just like worst of the year material. And it's not. It's honestly not, but I'm kind of surprised at how bland it ended up being. I mean, that's the thing about these guys. They can play. If anything, their guitarist in particular is very talented. He's got some pretty decent shred skills, plenty of nice solos and riffs and choruses here and there. He is easily the best facet this band has going for them. He is a standout, but I'd have to say the rest of the band... That's the thing, their rhythm section in particular is just really bland. Their drummer is fine, he's serviceable, he keeps a beat steady enough, but he's not particularly flashy, and this is definitely not like a drum solo style of classic rock throwback band. He's just kind of there holding things together. And their bassist is also kind of that manner too. She's just fine. She doesn't do anything particularly flashy. Again, she's very utilitarian. She keeps the beat, she follows the guitar's lead. She's not doing much to show off or kind of, flex her muscles. Again, if you're going to call an album Rush and not have a good bassist on it, you're getting side-eye from this guy. In fact, there are a few moments I would say she is kind of bad. There was a spot in the song La Fine or LA Fine, I don't know, I didn't look it up, where there is a spot for a full-blown bass solo. They basically let her have a section after a few of the verses and just go nuts, girl. And all she does is dum 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 dum. She doesn't rip out a solo so much as just send a fucking telegraph from the 1800s. But again, I can't say it's all bad. I feel like a lot of the music on this record is saved by the production. The production is actually kind of impressive here. A lot of folks behind this record, including a few notable ones. Hello, Max Martin. Wow, what are you doing here? I feel like the crew got in and definitely helped them find a good amount of crunch and low end to help, make this rock record sound like a full-bodied rock record. They're doing a lot to help bolster the sound, and again, it has its moments. The production is definitely good, but you can tell they just don't have much to work with. I mean, even fantastic production can only save so much, especially when you're writing songs as bad as like Blah 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 and Cool Kids. Oh, Blah 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 is terrible. Again, I walked into this album with my expectations properly tempered, okay? I was expecting stupid, and I'm almost positive that's what they were trying for on this song, but they kinda go overboard with the whole fuck you vibe and the escalation. It's like, fuck you, and then I crashed your car, and then I burned your house down, and then I had sex with your whole family, including the dog. Why did I give him an English accent? I probably shouldn't risk an Italian one. This is one of those songs that's just really poorly written. It feels like a verse that is aching for a chorus to come in, but it just never comes in, so he's just got to keep going and going, and then I did this, and then I did that, and are we gonna change this up? I guess the fuck not. And then I committed war crimes even. And you know, this band's biggest problem, at least from a performance standpoint, is absolutely the lead singer, his voice. Again, I can see why Beggin was so sort of controversial. You either love his voice or you absolutely hate it. He's got this weird hoarseness to his voice, but like, he's still really high. He's still a very, very squeaky tenor. I can understand how it can be appealing to some people, but oh man, especially on the worst parts of this record, it just sounds like Julian Casablancas trying to pass a kidney stone. And these boys singing these lyrics, again, Blah 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 is definitely a standout. But again, they're going for the whole 70s, 80s scuzzball rocker type of vibe. You know, lots of songs about partying and fighting and fucking. But like, I don't know, most of these lyrics just either come off as bog standard or they actually do come off as like unappealing and gross. Like, that's the vibe with these lyrics. They're going for AC/DC or Motley Crue, but when they sing about cocaine is on the table. Don't care where I honestly get more Buck Cherry vibes off of this. But that's the thing. What really makes this album kind of miss for me is just how meh it is overall. Like I said, it's not an absolute train wreck. Outside of a handful of tracks, it doesn't absolutely strike out. Hell, there were one or two songs that even surprised me. I liked Gasoline, I liked MAMMAMIA. There's a couple of songs that are really, really good, a couple of songs that are really, really bad, and then like 15 tracks of meh. That's another thing. This album is too goddamn long. 17 tracks, 52 minutes. Even people who were hyped for this band probably gotta admit that's a lot of Maneskin all at once. Most of it is just, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Trying to remember. There was a slow song that was kind of a big pile of nothing. There were a few songs in Italian that just kind of were in Italian. Tom Morello shows up for a bit in one of them and just kind of does his Tom Morello thing. And my buddy Nick over in the CTXO Discord server, I think he put it best. This band is this generation's Jet. This is the Zoomers version of Jet. It's exactly like that. Aping classic rock trends, violently obnoxious, but still supremely uninspired. People only know them for one song and then we're probably never gonna hear from them again. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. But even with all that, I'm not violently against this necessarily. It's definitely a candidate for the mez of 2023 list. Maybe even a candidate for the worst. I don't know, we'll see how this sits throughout the year, but as it stands now, I'm thinking strong 4, light 5. I don't know, if you weren't anticipating this record or anything, don't worry, you didn't miss much. And that's all for this review. Have you heard the new Maneskin yet? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you kind of somewhere in the middle like I am? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, again, stay tuned for the best of 2022, premiering on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to, feel free to hit up the Patreon and check out some of those Patreon exclusive videos. Thank you all for watching. I'm Crash Thompson, and I will see you when I see you.